This is a video about exporting your gradebook and then re-importing grades if you need to be working offline for when you're traveling or if you're out of good Wi-Fi zones. This is one of my development courses, and I have an assignment set up in here that I have some of our fake friends in here that have submitted assignments. As you can see, if I click on that, I've got 5 things that have been submitted. And here are our good friends, Homer and Phoebe and Trivial and Woodhue and Cabernet. And here are their assignments there. Hopefully at this point I have batch downloaded their files, and I'm going to be reading those offline. But I also can export the grade books so that I can be entering their grades in an Excel spreadsheet and then re-import those grades into the AsULearn gradebook. That's what we're about to do. So if we go back to our course, from the main course page, we're going to go to our grades. It will bring us to this page here. You'll notice over here we have an import and export option. The export option is for exporting the gradebook. Remember that the initial opening tab here is for this open document spreadsheet, but we recommend the Excel spreadsheet instead. So click that. I don't really need for this to bring in my course totals or my test quiz. I really just want my students and then this one particular assignment. But it will list the assignments that you have there that you could be grading in. I'm just going to download that. And then it gives me the download down here on my desktop. And here is what I see as soon as a spreadsheet comes up. It automatically gives me my students' names and then their email addresses and this last downloaded, which is a column we really don't need. So I'm going to right click that and delete it. And I like to move things around so I can see email addresses and that kind of thing. If you need to do that, feel free to do that. But this is the column that you have to input your grades. And let's say that we read Woodhue's and he did pretty well. He got a 95. And then everybody else got an 80. And Trivial got an 80. Homer could have done his homework a little more, so he got a 60. What we're going to do with this, once we've got some grades input in here, is we're going to save this file as a CSV file. That's what we recommend. You can copy and paste from Excel spreadsheet, but it's a little bit simpler and more straightforward to do this as a CSV. And to do that, you're just going to click on that and look for this .csv, the comma separated values is what we're doing here. All right, so we've got that. It's now saved as a CSV. We're going to save that. Yes, click yes here. We're going to minimize these. That was an old one. And then when I'm ready to, if I'm back in my original course, when I'm ready to import these, again, I would go to grades and I would click on import. And it's asking for a drag and drop of that CSV file that we saved. And I'm going to go to my file manager here, and pretty sure that I saved that on my downloads, and I usually likes to save as with the name of my course on it. So that's what that is. And I had saved one previously. That's why this has a 2 on it as a practice run. Give that a minute to upload. And while you're waiting on that, check your settings here. Mark the number of rows you need. It'll give you a number of options here. Since I only have 5 students, 10 is fine for me here. Force import you could use if you had other grades that you were going to write over in the grade book, but we're not doing that, so we're going to leave that blank. Everything else here looks good. Our file is uploaded. We're going to upload that. And here are our here's our preview with the students and their grades. Okay. Next thing it's going to ask you is, how do I know who you want to go from your Excel spreadsheet to your AsULearn gradebook with? And we recommend using just your email addresses because that's about as specific as you can get. And then it wants to know, out of all of these items here on the preview, what is the thing that you really want to import? And the thing on this assignment that we want is just this. So we're going to go to that item down here, and we're going to tell that we want that to go to the assignment for the very same thing. Okay. We're going to upload. and it says that our grade import was successful. We're going to click continue, and as you can see, it's going to put those grades right in the right place on your grade book for that particular assignment. Now these are tan because they are technically overwritten or overridden from your Excel spreadsheet because this was an assignment that was students had submitted things in AsULearn, and it was asking for grades through AsULearn, but you've brought those grades in from a spreadsheet instead. So it's fine that they're tan at this point. But that is how you export your gradebook and then import those grades if you're working offline.